Welcome to LA Eats. In this episode, we're going to talk about a restaurant called 26 Beach. 26 Beach is in Venice, California. They're highly known for their burgers. A burger that they have that a lot of people hear about and read about is called the sushi burger. They have as you can call it, a California roll in a burger. You have your crab. It's like a crab cake. You have your seaweed wrap, then you have your wasabi mayo. Wasabi mayo is amazing, but the only thing is you have to be a little prepared for it because it's quite spicy. I didn't go to 26 Beach for that particular burger. What I got is it's as you can call it, a plain Jane burger. It's called the King Kobe. The great thing about that burger is it's made solely of Kobe beef, and it's very, very delicious. And the way I like my burger, I like it bloody. I like all of my red meats bloody because I feel that you get the best flavor out of that particular meat. And the best thing that I do enjoy about that burger is it contains the best ingredient possible, and it's bacon. Bacon to me makes everything better. I don't know about you, but that's one of my pluses. You'll see that the burger it has some good size to it. It has a good cook on it as well. One thing that is it's a big pet peeve of mine is when they don't cook it right. I've had those experiences where you're like, I want a medium rare, but in essence they bring you more darker, more medium cook, and I don't think you get that good of a flavor. And top it all off, they had a perfect side. The fries were amazing. The fries were nice and crispy, a good size, not too thin, not too large, and it was a good pairing. To finish it off, I had a huge piece of chocolate cake. We went for that particular occasion was for my birthdays, but it was very delicious. It was actually pretty light for what it was, because if you take a look at the cake in particular, it had a lot of frosting. I'm not a real big frosting guy because it's a little too sweet for my taste, but if you can have a moist cake, you're perfect. So now it's time to talk about the menu. Their menu is actually quite large. They have a lot going on, but it's actually not to the point where it's overwhelming. They have a lot of varieties. They have pastas, they have sandwiches, they have burgers, they have brunch specials, they have drinks. Their wine and beer listings are amazing. They also have mimosas, if that's your thing. My mom did get really drunk on mimosas one morning on Mother's Day. So they have their brunch menu is where it's at. They have really good French toast. That's what they're known for. So let's break this down. Since it's my first episode, the breakdown is we start from the appetizer to dessert. We talk about the service, we talk about the ambiance, we talk about just about everything. So let's start with the appetizer. The appetizer, we had the demi-glazed fries, which were amazing. They were topped off with grilled onions, grilled mushrooms, a demi-glazed sauce, and cheese. It was seriously amazing. Okay, now we move on to the main course. The main course is, as I discussed previously, the King Kobe. The King Kobe was a very delicious burger. I'll admit that at other times I've had better experiences with that burger, but for this particular visit, it was quite delicious. The only thing my only takeaway from it that I wasn't too happy with, it was the bread to meat portion. The ratio wasn't there. It was a little bit too bready for me. But altogether, the flavor was good, and the pairing of fries was good, and of course, my side. I always like to have ranch with my fries because that's just my thing. And then for a beverage sake, I like to go. My go-to is usually a Muddy Water or Arnold Palmer because you don't need to put any added sugar or anything of that nature. It's a refreshing drink. Okay, so let's move on to dessert. Dessert, I went there specifically for a reason because I like their churro French toast. Oh, I'm sorry, let me say it in the Mexican terms. Churro French toast. It's made of challah bread, and it's topped off with horchata ice cream. The only bad thing is I forgot, and it was my fault. After 4, they no longer serve that, so I was pretty bummed out about it. So I had to go with my next best thing, and I'm a big chocolate cake guy, so I ordered their chocolate cake. The chocolate cake was good. The cake was good. The cake was nice and moist. It wasn't dry. And the only thing I didn't really like is the fact that it had a lot of frosting. The frosting is just a little too sweet for me, and then it was okay. It was okay from that sense, but I liked the cake. The cake was pretty good. And then On the side of the cake, I had some vanilla ice cream. It was a good combination. Let's talk about the staff. The staff, they were delightful, and they were very helpful. They were attentive. They always swapped out our drinks when we were short. If they ever saw that we needed some attention, they brought it. Like, there was some sun coming in, so they provided us with more shade and things of that nature. And moving on to the just the total ambiance, it's very eclectic, very interesting. There's a lot of different vibrant colors, and it was very warm, very, I would say it's a nice place, and it's really cool. So if you walk in, and they have two areas. They have an outdoor area and they have an indoor area. But the indoor area it's a little darker, a little bit I would say classy. And if you go to the outdoor area is more for like a brunch environment, very chill, relaxed. It sets the kind of mood that you would expect in Venice. Okay, and last but not least, let's talk about the parking, because that's huge in LA. The parking, particularly in that area, is usually really bad. But we were quite fortunate. We showed up. Behind the location, there's parking. It's a little bit interesting because it used to be a home, so you have to go through the driveway in order to get to the actual parking area. We got in, got out real quick, no problem. But one thing we did notice, though, quite immediate, was that at a certain time, let's say like 6-7 o'clock, that's when all the crowds start coming in, and then if it just depends the kind of environment or the kind of situation you like to be in. Me in particular, I don't like it when there's huge crowds and craziness. So it was good for it to be very chill, very relaxed, and altogether it was a good visit. So now it's time for us to review the restaurant. I like to give the reviews from a flip-flop perspective because my brother says I'm quite a douche when I wear jeans and flip-flops. So the food from A to Z, I'll give it 4 out of 5 flip-flops. Sorry, that was a tongue twister there. Moving on to the staff, the service, and the overall environment of the restaurant, I always give it a 5 out of 5 because that's my kind of thing. I like that place. And from the parking perspective and just the overall visit, I'll give it a 5 out of 5 as well because there was nothing displeasing about the event. There's nothing displeasing about the traffic, getting there, getting back and forth. It was a great visit altogether. Now it's time for me to tell you if you should go to this restaurant or not. Me in particular, of course I'm going to go back because I really like it. I've been there multiple times, and I'm probably going to go back quite soon. And I think you should too. You should give it a chance, try it out. You'll enjoy it. There's a big menu. There's a lot of things to choose from. You can always check out their website to get some more information. I'm Danny from Dramatics, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop.